You know, if you've ever been involved in planning a big event, you know that success really comes down to the details. But what if I told you that one single document holds the key to either a perfectly smooth wedding or just absolute chaos? Today, we're going to dive into the humble guest list and how a modern digital approach can completely change the game on the big day.
I mean, just picture that for a second. That sinking feeling. Your team's at the door, guests are walking in, and they realize the printed list they're holding is totally wrong. That one little point of failure can unravel months, literal months of careful planning in just a few minutes. It's a nightmare.
And really, it all boils down to the choice you see right here. On one side, you've got the old way, a guaranteed recipe for chaos, confusion, and all sorts of errors. But on the other side, the live list. We're talking real-time, totally accurate, instant information. Now, this isn't just some small tweak. It's a fundamental shift in how you run your events.
So, to really appreciate the solution, we have to get into the weeds of the problem. Let's diagnose exactly how this one simple document becomes the source of so many massive headaches on a wedding day. Okay, this probably looks painfully familiar to anyone who's ever run a big event, right? It's this patchwork of information. You have the official spreadsheet from like 2 weeks ago, but then there's the chain of emails with last-minute changes, a few conflicting WhatsApp messages from the bridal party, and of course, the printed list at the door, which is basically a historical document at this point. There's no single source of truth anywhere.
And this whole patchwork mess, it doesn't just create clutter. It causes the entire system to break down. So let's pinpoint the fundamental flaws that are just baked right into this old-school traditional approach.
And here's where you really see that domino effect. The second a list is printed, boom, it's already out of date. That one action creates all these different versions, and suddenly your staff are detectives trying to solve a mystery instead of being gracious hosts. And the worst part? The absolute worst part is that all of these mistakes happen right in front of the guests, making your entire operation look disorganized no matter how hard everyone is working behind the scenes.
All right, enough of the doom and gloom. We've diagnosed the problem. Now let's talk about the solution. It is time to introduce the live list, a modern answer for a truly modern venue.
So what even is a live digital guest list? Well, the definition here says it all. The key phrase is a single, centralized source of truth. No more competing spreadsheets, no more scribbled notes. It's accessible on any device, so your person at the door, your security team, your catering manager, they are all looking at the exact same correct information. And the magic, the real magic, is in that last part, updated in real time.
And how does it work? Honestly, it's incredibly simple. The venue just provides a link. The guests, they put in their own information. Think about that. You've just removed a huge admin headache from your team right there. The list then updates automatically with everything, plus ones, dietary needs, you name it. Your staff can see it instantly. And this is the big one. That last-minute change from the bride is no longer a 5-alarm fire. It's just data.
But look, this is about so much more than just being efficient. This is about the immediate payoff for every single person involved. We're talking your staff, the guests, and ultimately your venue's reputation. And I'm not exaggerating here. For venues that actually make this switch, the change in the vibe and the flow of an event is immediate and it is profound. The difference really is dramatic. It's dramatic because the benefits just ripple outwards to everyone. Your staff, they feel way less stress, and they can finally focus on genuine hospitality. Your guests, they get a quick, smooth check-in, which sets this amazing positive tone from the second they arrive. Your caterers get accurate, real-time dietary info. That's a total game changer for them. And your venue, you look modern, you look professional, and you look completely in control.
But here's where it gets really interesting. The value doesn't just stop when the event is over. This is where a simple operational tool becomes a strategic one. So let's look at the long-term advantage and how you can turn this administrative task into a real business asset.
This slide really captures the whole mindset shift. On the left, you've got the old view. The guest list is a risk, it's a source of errors, it's a cost center, something your team is always reacting to. But on the right, it becomes a genuine asset. It's a source of clean data, it's a driver for future growth, and it empowers your whole business to be proactive. So what does that actually look like in the real world? Well, just imagine being able to email every single guest from a beautifully run wedding with a special offer for their future events. Suddenly, every guest is a potential client. You can analyze data to strengthen your supplier partnerships. You can build a streamlined process that makes every future wedding more profitable and way less stressful than the last one. And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? The thing that was once your biggest risk and a huge administrative headache now becomes a valuable revenue-generating asset for your business.
So ultimately, it all comes down to this one question. This isn't just about some new technology, it's about the standard of experience you want to provide. So when you look at how you operate, the choice is pretty clear. Will it be chaos or will it be confidence? How is your next wedding going to run?